What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of season 4 of the vlog here. In this video, we're going to be looking at some recent gameplay from basically the last 3 weeks that I went out and played. The last 3 weeks and really the first 3 weeks in a long time that I've played. So we have a mixed bag of different things here. It is all done with my Luxe TM40, so some Luxe gameplay. It's helpful for my sake because it gives me a chance to slow down and actually look at what's going on with the game, understanding the communication. And there's games here where we won the point and we got kills, and there's also games where I got shot, and I think it's good to see what I did wrong and what I did possibly correctly. So yeah, this is just sort of a handful of games. We're gonna be looking at them and just kind of mostly just watching the gameplay, but kind of going over them together.
Okay, can you get there quick? Don't even worry about breaking. Just get there.
This first game is actually really quick. This is scrimmaging a team called Desert Edge. My first week I'm playing, I was playing the center here. Okay, so that was very quick, but playing that center, it was the first time they actually sent someone up to the center. So as soon as I saw their guy come to the center, I basically made the decision to just run around, stab him out. The thing I did wrong here is that I did a run through rather than just stab him out and come back. That early in the game, there's way too much paint in the air where I kind of just killed myself after I stabbed them. So I kind of got overly excited and then just sort of ran to like a pin and got lit up pretty good. So if I would do that again, I would try to just stab him and come back. And that's what Ryan was telling me after the point. So very quick. Okay, this next game looks like I'm running the Dorito side. Really, my job in this position is to look over our...
Hey, Scott, what do you see? Snake one? Snake one? Snake one?
My job on this layout in this position was to just keep an eye over our guy in the center.
Nice to kill! Kill off the snake!
Looks like we managed to get a kill on the snake. I don't know if those are the balls I was shooting.
What else on the B side, Scott? Yeah, story time! Story time!
So Scott and I basically communicating with each other, kind of saying we don't really know what else we have, so...
Hey, Scott, what do you see?
He's able to see the outside of the tape much better than I am, but like I said, I'm really just staying inside.
Hey, Josh!
Making sure no one runs down Josh.
Josh, you're all good, okay?
And that's what I'm kind of telling him. Trying to establish some communication.
I think right here, Dorito 1. Dorito 1. What?
It seems kind of slow, but really we're just gathering information, and at this point I'm not rushing anything, just trying to make sure we know where the bodies are, and ultimately making sure Josh is okay up there in the middle.
Yep. I don't know who's shooting me.
Kind of waiting for a strong or weak side to develop, and then we can push that side.
Okay. Yep. What?
So we get a call that there is a Dorito 3, which is pretty far up in the D side.
Hey, the back center! Back center! Back center!
We're able to help Scott fill out wide, which is nice.
Back center! Back center's looking at me!
Back center's been shooting at me this whole time. I just didn't really know. And now I engage in a gunfight. I was pretty confident with that, my odds on that, so I managed to tag the back center. Once we blew up the Dorito there, then that was kind of the moment I was waiting for. Now I push up to about the, D50 here, looking to close out the game because we knew we had a nacho, and I just took out the guy in the god there. So it was a slow game at first, but I think it's a good example of sort of waiting, collecting information, staying alive, and then as soon as you see an opportunity, sort of exploit that, take advantage of it, and then you can close the game out in a matter of, 10, 15 seconds. So a lot different than that first game, but I think that's why I'm showing these points specifically. I think they're kind of interesting to see. Last point here from this day. I'm running the snake side now.
100. We're 100.
So I'll basically take a
100.
little glance around, just tell everyone that we're all still alive.
Brandon, what do you have? Okay. Okay.
Now I'm working with Brandon. We have a snake, which always draws a lot of guns and attention, so I'm like, I want to fill out there and get in there and match that.
Brandon, I want to go.
But Brandon was really stressing like the communication before I go, so I was kind of waiting for him to say to go.
Brandon, I want to.
But I actually tagged the snake corner there in a little mini gunfight and then run over.
Hey, we lost Brandon!
And now I realize that we actually lost Brandon. I saw him on the sideline, so I'm like, okay, I'm by myself out here.
Brandon in the back center! Scott! Hey, Scott! Hey, story time!
I'm trying to communicate with Scott. I popped the top here and managed to catch the other snake guy. So at this point, I know the snake side is pretty wide open. So I'm kind of taking a look, trying to get some information. I wasn't really getting much luck with,
hey, the back center! Scott, the back
with
center!
communications from the guys in the center. So I'm kind of on my own here, but also in a really good position. I'm drawing guns, so I figured just wait. I know we're at least kill 2. I thought I tagged this guy in the pack, but maybe he didn't feel it, or maybe I missed. Bumped up to the 50 snake. Probably should have just stayed low and crawled there rather than stand up and run, but I was able to make it work. So now here, I'm kind of just staying silent, rapping and going, trying to finish out the game. I was able to catch this Dorito guy for a definite kill 3, and then move up on the other side of the field. I see the last guy. For some reason, he was pushing up the Doritos, and I was able to close this out here for a 4-pack and sort of nice little close down the snake side. So that was all for my first day back playing in a while. I was as rusty as can be, but I like those games because it kind of shows different sides of the field and then also things that we could have done better, and then also shows sort of 3 different styles of points. So now moving into like the next weekend of play here, it was extremely cold. I mean, like sub 30 degrees. It was snowing. We were trying to get ready for the Rocky Mountain Paintball League tournament. So this is a new layout, sort of our first time on it. So we'll see what we got here. So I was playing D side here. I immediately hear a call from our center that the D side's open. So once I see it's clear, I go from kind of one of the back bunkers right up to the 50D. I was able to tag the money, the God, and then just work my way up, and yeah, that's how quick the game went there once we blew up that D side. Great communication from Talon saying that that D side was open, so then I knew like I could really push the envelope there. So again, another example of sort of waiting, but also being very aggressive when the opportunity is there, not hesitating, not waiting, and taking advantage of it and closing a game out in literally 30 seconds or even less than that. So again, running the D side, I was able, this time I ran right up to D3, it looks like, or D2.
Hey, the back center! The back
And
center,
up to D4.
The money! The money! Hey, the money! The money!
At this point, I know I just have to stay alive because I'm drawing so much attention being up here this early, trying to collect information. But I rapped, no one was stopping me. He's able to get a double kill there out of the center. No one stopped me on down the Doritos, so I just keep going. Corey's with me here, so again, just relax as the back center shoots. Don't want to like die stupidly as we're in a good spot. Corey ran through, I think killed the other 2. I don't know what Corey did, but the game was over like that. So again, it was sort of realizing where the guns were, taking in the information, and then capitalizing on that, but not throwing myself away yet. I ended up hurting my hand really bad, and it's funny because I was like, I'll keep going, but I gotta play it too, and then meaning like I gotta play a back position, not be as aggressive.
Yeah, I'll probably just play a 2 then at this point.
Okay.
If someone else wants to run it.
I can try it.
And then the next point, for some reason, I think I'm running up to the 50, so a little bit different spot here. So I'm gunning up to, you know, the 40 brick or something, very important bunker. I see them fill out to the corner.
Corner! Snake corner! Snake corner! Snake corner! Get out, Brandon! Hey, the corner's a kill! Kill 1!
I was able to snag the corner there.
Get out!
And I was also able to kill the money
Yeah,
here.
the money!
So
the
we're
money's
basically
killed.
Cobra.
Hey, the money's a
The snake
kill.
side's open, but then we all got blown up by the D side. So the reason why I included this point was because kind of what we were doing on the D side just happened to us there, and I think it's in a way showing tunnel vision of like really honing in on kills and everyone looking one way and not paying attention to the other side of the field. We really had no guns on the Dorito side to stop that, so even though we blew up the snake side pretty quickly, it was almost all for nothing because we got our strong side killed by their Dorito side. So sort of like the message in that is like just making sure you're on point with the whole field and the guys on the other side of the field. I know I was up in that center. I was so focused on knocking on the snake side that I could have stopped that Dorito side had I just peeked there once, but I was so focused on getting those 2 kills that it made it where we all sort of got blown up by the Dorito side. But very good move by Scott. The last games here, like the most recent weekend I'm playing, we were scrimmaging a team called Salt Lake Tension, very good group of ballers. And so this is probably some of the most competitive play so far. And it definitely goes to show here. So playing the same Rocky Mountain layout. The buzzer was weird. Like,
Denver! Hey, the guard, Denver! Back center!
so I know we have a god, the Denver, so trying to hold some zones, but
Hey, Corey, can I go?
the thing with this layout was like if you could get in the Doritos, you could blind your way up pretty good. So once I heard there's only Denver, I'm like,
The money!
I think we can be kind of aggressive here.
Back center, the money!
And there's the example there. Once I got to D1, I'm able to get up to D2 or D3, or however you want to call it.
Dallas home money! Okay?
So the spots that they're in now, they're still
Snake 2!
pretty much in the back up until this call Snake 2. So at this point,
Hey, Snake 2!
I'm kind of in a tough
Snake
position because
2!
if I let off this Snake 2, he could kill me really easily. So I'm basically just staying inside.
Snake 2! Okay, King, Snake
I'm kind of
2!
in a tough spot here because I really can't let off this snake. I was trying to shoot through the beam and the wedge.
Hey, the Snake 2! Snake is still hot! Snake's still hot! Corey's at,
And I look back and we lost Corey, who was kind of my backup guy. So now I know I have to play the wire.
Hey, the Dallas!
I peek there, I see,
Dallas, Snake 2!
I'm trying to get some information, right? So at this point I gotta
Kill the Dallas! Kill the Dallas! Home!
I gotta play both, but Ryan says the Dallas is dead, which is big, so I'm like, maybe I can be kind of aggressive, get out of this
Snake
spot.
2! Snake 2,
As you can see, as soon as I let my gun
Snake
off him,
2.
now he's on me.
Denver, Snake 2! Dylan, Snake 2!
I was very adamant about the Snake 2 call because I wasn't feeling like I was getting much back. Like, they understood there was a Snake 2, so I bumped up, I was able to blind out the Snake, and this is where I went wrong. I was in a great position here. I don't know what I was trying to do. Ran across the 50 and there was a guy in the inside bunker just waiting for me and chopped me up. So all that work I did to get up there, stay alive, I just threw away, which is the reason why I'm showing this point is like I do this way too often. So I should have just stayed where I was. I had good field position to battle the back center and stuff like that. But the fact that I ran up there, did all that work, and then died really defeats the purpose. So we're in the same D side again.
Hey, the Denver! The Denver! 100! 100, the Denver!
I was able,
The Denver!
I took a bounce there.
Home money, Denver! Home money, Denver!
I was able to get a lot of information just on the run in, so that's why it's good to run looking down the field.
Okay.
We lost Dylan, so we're already down 1. And I think Corey said we lost Ryan right there, so I'm like, are we up?
Okay, you want me to go? You want me to go?
And I popped the top there. I thought I snagged that center runner, but took another bounce in the neck, so I'm like, okay, I gotta...
Snake one!
I'm getting a little lucky here.
Hey, we have the queen! The queen! The queen! Dorito one!
We didn't have a queen, we had a king. I gave the wrong call out. I was getting those confused. They filled wide to the Dorito, so like we have to match them.
What? Snake two?
And they're wide in the snake.
Kill one, snake two, Dorito one.
We're kind of on our heels here.
Corey, can I go?
I asked Corey if I can go. He said yes, which I did. I should have stopped at the D1. My mistake was trying to take one more extra bite, which again is a theme where I get overly aggressive and die, and the guy in the snake was able to catch me on the fill in between the Dorito 1 and the baby, where if I just stayed in the D1 first, I made it there alive. It was just that next little bump. I got shot, took a ball in the back of the shoulder there. So again, I'm showing this because it's something I shouldn't have done. And it could have really changed the game if I just stayed where I was. So, all right, last game here. Again, the buzzer was weird. There was no countdown, so.
Snake one!
Here's snake one call. I'm trying to shoot this gap
What?
to the corner.
Snake two, we lost Corey!
And there I lost the guy backing me up, which makes it tough to push this
We
side.
lost Corey, snake two! Snake two, we lost Corey! Okay, home snake two!
So Ryan's telling me
Home
that
snake two!
he's got the
What's on
Dorito
D
wire.
side, Ryan? Baby!
So I kind of cross it up with Ryan here. Problem is in this position, I couldn't see the snake too, so I don't have the best shots in the snake.
I don't see much on the snake side. Dylan, what do you have, Dylan? Snake two, God! What's the kill count? What's
I'm
the
really
kill
just trying to
count?
get more information here. Dylan's holding down the snake wire.
Baby! Yep. Snake two, God, baby!
I think we didn't know where the fourth body was here.
What?
So I think Ryan went to fill out wide. I hear D corner, and so I see that Ryan died. There's two guys on the D side. I know I have to get wide to sort of control this push.
Hey, Dylan! Dylan, it's me and you!
And again, we're kind of on our heels here. We basically have both corners. They got two guys pushing down the Dorito side.
Dylan! Dylan, look inside!
So Dylan's still alive. Again, fighting with this D guy. Dylan walks off, so I know I'm the only guy left, so I guess at this point I'm just trying to burn clock technically, or trying to make something happen. I thought I was playing this can pretty well. I was able to keep these side guys at bay, trying to look inside. Then they send a guy to sort of run down there, and then a guy in the back, and that's kind of all I could do there. I hope that sort of just shows some insight, or I don't know, I know there's some of you guys who are watching the paintball videos but don't really know much of what's going on, the lingo, all that sort of stuff, which is really a whole video on its own. But you know, there's a lot that's going on each point, so I tried to take a few different points where, like I said, we won some, lost some, to sort of provide some insight onto what's actually going on. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you thought. If you like this sort of breakdown of the games after a few weekends, maybe it's something I can continue doing. So thanks for watching. I'll see all of you guys in the next one. See you guys later. Peace out.